Hey mathematicians, welcome back to Fact Fluency. This week we are continuing to practice that half then double strategy to help us multiply by eights. So the instructional video that we watched last week is up in part 1 again in case you want to review it. But when you're ready, you are going to click on the link on Canvas that says half then double dice for your first activity this week. When you click on that document, you will need to make a copy, and then because this is a Google Slide document, we have 2 steps we need to complete before we can get started. The first one is going to be, once it loads, we will put our name in front of the title, and then we will put this into our 4th grade math Fact Fluency folder. That way, if we don't finish it today, we can always find it in our Google Drive, come back and finish it at a later date. Alright, my friends, once that is in my Fact Fluency folder, I am ready to get started. So as you heard in the title, we are going to be using dice to help us with this activity. I know we've used dice in Google Slides before, but I'm going to give you a quick review of how they can be used. Okay? So on each slide, you are going to see 8 as one of the factors in the multiplication sentence. But the second factor is going to be determined by rolling your dice. So to do that, we need to come up here to Actions and click Roll Dice. Now, the first time you do it, it might not work for you. So you might have to authorize the dice to roll or allow it to roll. So you'll have to click Continue. I need to click on my Google account, and then I need to scroll down here and click Allow. So you might have to go through those same steps, but once you do that once, you should be good to go. Now if I click Actions, Roll Dice, there it goes. Alright, my friends, my first dice roll got me the factor of 4. So I'm going to click and type that number as my second factor. So for my first equation, I am solving 8 times 4. And I am not sure what that product is just yet. So to figure it out, I'm going to use some friendly numbers today. You are welcome to use our Fact Fluency strategy of cutting it in half and using 4s, or if you have 2 other friendly numbers that can help you get to 8, such as 5 and 3, maybe you are more comfortable multiplying by 5s, that's fine, or 6 and 2, 7 and 1, whatever you would like to try. But our Fact Fluency strategy is that cut it in half and then double, so I'm going to do that one. So to cut it in half, I would get 4. So over here in the pink box, I'm going to use this number I decomposed out of that 8. So I'm going to multiply 4 times, and then my second factor, 4, and I know 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, so the first thing you'll do is you'll write a multiplication sentence over here in the pink box that uses the number you wrote in the pink box on the left side, and then multiplying by your factor from the dice. All right, and then I have to do the blue box. Well, for me, it's the same. 4 times 4 equals 16. All right, my friends, so now that I cut 8 in half by multiplying by 4, I just have to double the product or add these 2 products over here. I know 16 plus 16 equals 32. So now I have my final product. 8 times 4 equals 32. So that's how you will complete one of the slides. When you go on to the next one, remember the first step is to roll the dice. If you don't do that, you're going to get the same factor every time. We don't want that. So I need to go to Actions, Roll Dice. Ooh, this time I got a 1. So I would put a 1 in this box, and then I need to decide how am I going to decompose 8. Maybe this one, I'm going to do a 5 and a 3. So over here I'm going to multiply 5 times 1, and then in the blue box I'll do 3 times 1. And then I'll put those factors, those products together to get my final product for 8 times 1. Okay? All right, my friends, remember that if your dice doesn't work the first time, to be patient, you might have to allow it, and then you should be good to go. All right, my friends, when you finish this activity, you can head back to Canvas to check out part 3. Good luck!